What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a great weekend. Welcome to Ron Harris Muscles channel. Just got some news today from Samson Dauda, finally breaking his silence on his coaching situation. Kind of. Not the long-term situation, who he's going to be going with moving forward in terms of the Olympia and so on. But for the Arnold UK, he did reveal today it's going to be his wife, Marlena. And some of you who have no idea that they've done this before are probably thinking he's nuts. Fact of the matter is, Marlena was his first coach. She was a competitor. She knows quite a bit about all this stuff. She's not just a girlfriend or wife that's, along for the ride. She's very much involved in the bodybuilding world, knows her stuff. She prepped him for his the win of the British Championships, where he turned professional. That was the coaching situation. She was his coach. He also revealed on Instagram, and I'll get to that in a second. She was his coach. She picked him for the two shows he did after the Olympia last fall, Prague show and the Romania Muscle Fest, where a lot of people thought he looked even better than the Olympia. Doesn't explain why Milos didn't prep him, but let's go to his Instagram stories. There's quite a few of them, and get it from the man himself. Let's take a listen, shall we? So share screen, Instagram. Okay, so let's go to this. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna turn the volume up. Oh, that's loud. All right, let's keep going.
All right, guys, good morning. How's it going? Welcome back. And how you all doing today? Saturday. And yes, it's a full week, man. Like the attention either. And I try to be as very clear and very straightforward with what's going on with me as much as possible. That's why I always do this good mornings every morning. So you guys have very clear, simple understanding of what's going on with me. I don't like to fuss. I like my life very straightforward and very clear. And I like to give you guys the answers and the information straightforward all the time. So this weekend, hopefully, you guys, by the time this weekend is done, you will have a clear understanding with all your questions and everything else that's happening with me. I'll try to answer as much of it here and between this YouTube video and here as much as possible. And I'm going to have a Q&A going on. And we can move on, focus on the show next weekend. And by the time we're done with that, by this weekend, we all know what's going on. So I think I owe you guys all that. And honestly, the love and support we've had, since the Arnold, man, dude, it's been crazy. We did not expect it. We were really shocked about how much support and appreciation and love that we get from you guys, man. That's something that is always quite shocking to see. And we've had a lot of it. And hell, most of the messages that I've had on here, I haven't been able to go through, because you can imagine it's been a lot. I haven't been able to go through all of them. But I can just say, guys, if you've sent me messages and I haven't answered yet, I'm not ignoring you. I'm not leaving it out. I just haven't had time. Believe me, it's been very trying. And we've had a lot of stress and a lot of thinking to do going forward. At the same time, we got to focus on what's most important, which is getting me at my best. At the same time, I like to answer the fans and so give you guys a clear understanding of what's happening. So that's why I'm going to do both this YouTube video today, this vlog series today, and answer as much as I can today on here and Q&A tomorrow. So by the time this weekend is done, a lot of you guys will have a full understanding of where we are. I'm just getting ready. I'm about to take my boy Severus for a walk. We got chest training to do today as well, chest and calf. I said today, man, there's no way I was going to get ill, and somebody that went through the whole ordeal with me wasn't going to get ill standing next to me as well. So I'm coming over the other side of it. I'm feeling a lot better today. I'm pretty much at the back end of it. I already got that, that back end bit of flu, that you got that groggy throat and you got that little bit of like phlegmy cough. That's what I have left. But I'm in the back end of it, so I'm feeling a lot better. Mel is right in the middle of it. So hopefully by the weekend is done, she should be feeling a lot better. So when we go into next week, peak week, and Arnold UK, you can hear her coughing. Sorry. So hopefully by Arnold weekend, we should be ready to get that done. And then, fuck me, we're going to have a break and a vacation after that. So guys, Saturday, let's get it going. We've been depleting all fucking week, and I've drank shitloads of water, which is rebound from drying out. So I had to put shitloads of water in my system to get my system. Ooh, it's such a nice day. Right now, like I got like all these hoodies that I got during the prep. All right. One of the questions I know that I'm going to get shitloads of in the tomorrow's Q&A, so I might as well answer it now. Arnold Classic peak week next week. What are we doing about it? Who's taking me into the show? The person that's taking me into the show is right there for next week, you know. And if those people are wondering, you know, Mel basically she picked me for both Romania last year and Prague. She was the one who did the pick for those two shows. So this one for her. She's done it before recently. So she's going to be doing Arnold Classic for me next week, you know. So I just want to answer that here and thereabouts. In terms of which I'm going to get shitloads of questions, and I've already seen them flooded my DMs already. Everybody's asking, man, who's going to be my next coach? Who's going to be? We have no idea. We just not even thinking, no way. Look, I don't know about you guys, man. You know what? When you're with somebody for a long time, you're emotionally involved with that person. It's a relationship. It's not a professional relationship. It's a full-on relationship. And when you're no longer with that person, those emotions are still there. The last thing you think after that is, okay, who am I going to? Honestly, you got it. Come on, man. You need some time. And for us is we just want to get the show over next week, and we want to take that time to freaking let the dust settle and let us fucking calm down and relax and get to a state of mind where we're relaxed, and then we can think about what our next move will be. So right now last night I'm not just saying, but we're not in a clear mind to make any kind of decision about that, you know, going forward. So please, those people, I mean, I've got shitloads of DMs about recommendations and stuff like that. Please respect that enough to just like let us make our own time, make it our own mind. Let's think that's the dust settle bits. And you know what, man, it hurts. I ain't gonna lie, it hurts. You know, it's fact, it hurts. And you know, it does feel like you lost somebody. It's not getting away with that. It does feel like you lost somebody in your life. Even though you haven't, you're still friends with them, you still chat to them, everything's still cool. But you're not with them in.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty clear. He's said for a fact there he does not know who his next coach is going to be. I've had DMs and I've seen comments on many videos saying, hearing from people, they know for a fact X person, Y person, or Z person is who he's going to be working with. And I've heard like 4 or 5 different names. So obviously 4 or 5 of you are wrong. Or I mean, I honestly don't think he has made any decision like that. I don't think he's just hiding it or keeping it. You guys think, oh, well, Fouad knows or Samson. No, I don't think anybody knows. I believe exactly what he said. I'm taking it at face value that they have plenty of time between now and the Olympia, and he's got to let his body rest and reset anyway. And choosing your next coach after being with someone for a couple of years, 2.5 years with Milos, it's not something you make a snap decision where, okay, I'm going to go with this guy or I'm going to go with that guy. Because you can see on these videos where people will come up with 10, 20, 30, 40 different people that they think for sure is the best coach for Samson. He should definitely go to. So there you go. It's not so cut and dried as you think. I mean, a lot of you have a very strong opinion that Chris Aceto is the best coach, everyone else sucks. Or Hani Rambod's the best coach, everyone else sucks. Or you can go down the line. A lot of people have it in their heads that there's only one good coach and all the other ones are crap, which is ridiculous because we have all these top Olympians, top Arnold people working with, you know, there's a good list of about roughly a dozen top name coaches. So to say that there's only one of them that's going to be suitable for him is kind of ridiculous. And yeah, he just needs to peak for this show. There's nothing drastic that needs to be done. Marlena knows his body very well, knows how it responds to things. She's been with him every step of the way before he started competing. So to think that, you know, some people are going to cast aspersions and say, who is she? She's not a big name coach. What does she know? Well, she knew quite a bit. She peaked him for those 2 shows last fall where he looked great. She peaked him for the UK win, the British Championships win where he turned pro. So she's not a slouch. She's not just, you know, winging it. This guy is so overrated. Oh, that's awful. Chris Aceto. See, there you go. Why Chris Aceto? Why is Chris better than You know, we got a list of guys here. Hani Rambod's got more Olympia wins. Why is Chris Aceto better than? Why is Hani the best? Why is Aceto? Neil Hill, Chad Nichols, Stefan Kienzel, Patrick Tour, Matt Jansen, Abdullah. These people all have Olympia and Arnold Classic wins to their credit. So to say that only one guy is the one he needs to go to is it's ridiculous. So you can be fans of a coach, that's fine, but for you to think that that's the only person that could possibly help Samson to be a good coach for him, that's just outrageous. It was Fuada gun who said that she wouldn't be good enough going forward with the bigger shows. Soon as even big name coaches haven't dialed him in. Well, Ron, he hasn't had too many big name coaches. I mean, the late John Meadows and Milos. Milos is a big name coach, better than that. No, I think he's got. I don't know what he's getting paid by Hostile, but he's got enough money to hire Milos. I'm sure it's not a money issue. Men's wellness. Yeah, see, reliable sources on YouTube posts. I could say here right now, I could make a post and say, the war in the Ukraine, the war between Ukraine and Russia is over. Also, the war in Gaza, it's all over. It doesn't mean it's true just because someone says it or posts it. You can post anything. You could say, asteroid due to collide with the Earth in 6 hours. And that doesn't mean it's true. She's the best option for short prep. Yeah. I mean, why would you hire somebody now when you have, even last weekend was still less than 2 weeks to go? Why would you want to make such a snap decision? And why would you even think that someone who's never worked with you before is going to be able to work miracles and magic? Someone does not know your body at all, has never worked with you on a prep, no idea how your body responds to all these different variables. It would have been actually stupid to hire a coach at that point for a show that was 2 weeks away. How much is a top coach? They vary. Some of them don't charge their top name clients. I know that. I've talked to some athletes who said that they prep them for free. Others I hear anywhere from $3,000 to $6,000, $5,000 being a very common figure for a prep that I hear. Yeah, I mean, there are coaches that charge. I remember what's Amin Ali. I think he's actually posted. I think it was some weird figure. It was like $8,796.20. It was a very odd specific number because I saw it. Because somebody forwarded to me that he was telling them what they charged. Sims hasn't been with that many big name coaches. Yeah, I mean, other than the late John Meadows and Milos, nobody. I mean, Marlena, his wife, that's the only ones. He hasn't had a ton of coaches. Doesn't matter who coaches him, as long as he comes in dry and crisp and straight, he'll be unbelievable. I agree. And he needs that look for the Olympia for sure, because he's not going to beat Hadi without that conditioning. He's not going to beat Derek without that extra bit of conditioning. Nick Walker, I don't know if he's going to be able to beat Nick Walker without that extra level of conditioning. He's got a tremendous physique. Samson is a Mr. Olympia in waiting. Any of those guys I just mentioned, 2 of them are Olympia champs already, but Nick Walker is a potential Mr. Olympia. Samson's a potential Mr. Olympia. For anyone to say that's ridiculous, you just don't know bodybuilding. Anyone that's that close to winning the Mr. Olympia, when you're in the top 3, you're knocking on the door. You're very close. You just need a little bit of extra something. And conditioning is all it really needs. $100 million. Fuad admitted speaking to Hani regarding coaching Samson. Doesn't mean a damn thing. That just means he talked to Hani about coaching him. That doesn't mean anything. Yeah, I mean, we want to think that there's a big secret being hidden from us, that Samson knows who's going to be his next coach. I honestly believe he's not thinking past this Arnold UK, as he shouldn't. He's thinking one show at a time. He's got one more show to get through. Then he can take a vacation, let his body rest, heal itself, rest, regroup, recover. He can go think about coaching very, very soon after that. He's got time. He doesn't have to make a decision right now. And again, it's a very important decision. It's a relationship he's going to enter into, someone who's going to be working with him for the Olympia, not to be entered into lightly, not a decision you want to make like that, not a snap decision. Is it possible Samson to stick with his wife and believe in what's gotten this far and continue to learn his body back in the coaching room? Big thing. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. I mean, let's say that he looks spectacular. Totally different. Much, much better condition than he did at the Arnold. And we're looking at the Arnold. And this was not bad condition. You can just see it doesn't have that detail in the glutes and the sharpness all over, that crisp look. It doesn't have that. if he has that in the Arnold UK, which would be miraculous considering he got sick and everything. So I don't know if that's possible or not. If it happens, we're all going to be stunned. I'll be the first to applaud him and say, great job, Samson. Great job, Marlena. You guys really pulled it off against all odds. Yeah. Gregory Ulysse up in Montreal, Canada. Let me call it spade a spade. Milos dropped the ball. Yeah, we haven't had a public statement from Milos as to what happened. I'm sure, Dennis James will get him on his podcast right away. I'd love to have him on, but Milos will let him. He takes accountability. If he feels he didn't do a great job, he'll say that. And when he makes mistakes, he owns up to it. He admits when he's wrong, and I don't doubt that he's not gonna come on a podcast and say, I did everything right and this guy screwed up. He'll take accountability for it. I know. So Marlena, I don't know if she's coached other people. She's not a coach per se, but she's coached Samson in the past, and she's pinch hitter. She came in the clutch for Samson last fall at both post-Olympia shows they did, Romania and Prague, where he looked arguably, I don't think it's even arguable, he looked sharper there than he did at the Olympia. So she knows how to get him peaked for a show. Samson doesn't, I don't think any of these guys really need a coach per se, especially if they've had a coach for a long time. The best part, the most useful part, I should say, of having a coach is really just a really good second set of eyes, someone that can see you and give you critiques and make adjustments when you're in that final stage of prep and it's hard for you to really be objective looking at yourself in the mirror. Your mind can play tricks on you. And I think, a Marlena is a very educated, a great second set of eyes as it is. Well, I still taking Trent. I'm not taking Trent at my age. I don't know why you would think I am. I'm not on Trent. I'm on TRT. I'm on 275 milligrams of testosterone cypionate a week right now and 100 milligrams of DECA. And that's it. 2 units of growth hormone every morning. No Trend. So you are misinformed or you're just trolling me. I don't know. Grunt says, it can't be easy to constantly be told you will win the Olympia if you sort your condition. Big Rami took multiple attempts. Maybe it's a big guy thing. I mean, you could make the argument that big guys have a harder time peaking than little guys, but Ronnie Coleman, especially a few times in his career, came in spectacular condition. Dorian Yates came in spectacular condition a few times. I don't think it's necessarily bigger. Why would it be bigger? It's almost, the funny thing is when I saw arguments about who should coach him, they say, well, Chad's better at coaching big guys or tall guys, as if that's different, as if their bodies they're different species and their bodies respond that much differently to things like carbs, water, gear, insulin. It's kind of silly. Samson's wife is awesome. Well, she's not just someone that carries his bags and eats dinners with him at the show. She's very, very much an active. She's almost like his manager. She's a big part of his career. And like we said, he trusts her to peak him for the shows, and she's done it before. She's more than capable of doing it. We're admitted to Dr. George. I admitted to taking Tren. Well, I haven't taken Tren. The last time I took Tren, if you want to really put me on the spot, last time I took Tren was probably last June or July. I had one last bottle. I haven't procured any more. I don't plan on ever using Tren again. So if you're trying to shame me or whatever I don't know what your agenda here is. Kukla. So I don't know what your point is, but God bless you. Not an ounce of cannabis. Yeah, I can't smoke anymore. I love cannabis. I love smoking. It's legal in my state. So I wouldn't be breaking any laws if I smoked or took edibles, but for vanity's sake, for my hair transplant to be a full success, THC can never be consumed by me again. Maybe once in a great while, maybe once or twice a year, some special occasion, but certainly not like I was using it on a daily basis. I would get all my work done for the day, and then around 6 o'clock, I'd smoke a little bit or I'd take an edible, and I can't do that anymore because I paid a lot of money and went all the way to Istanbul, Turkey to get new hair. And THC is very detrimental to hair regrowth and restoration and all those things. So I won't be using that again. Bodybuilding great again. Yeah, I'll vote for. Oh, you're just showing me your Jack Donald Trump. I saw they did the Jack Donald Trump and the Jack Joe Biden. It's pretty funny. So no interest in knowledge about bodybuilding. It's the wife who taught him from the beginning. Yeah, it's if you go on his Facebook page, he's actually on Facebook, not like a lot of these guys who think that's for old people, but you'll see pictures of his look in his albums. You'll see before Marlena, he was an athletic looking guy, certainly didn't look like a bodybuilder. She's the one who actually saw his potential, believed in him, and coached him, guided him to turning professional in the UK, which is actually a much, much harder place to turn professional than the USA. They don't, even now, they don't give out pro cards like candy the way they do over here. Great content recently, enjoying the coverage. Thank you. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate all of you who came from the old MD channel. I appreciate all of you who never saw me there, but you're here. Subscribe, like, share. Please do all that good stuff. I'm really trying to build this channel up and keep going because I've been in this business over 30 years. I really have no intentions of leaving. You don't need a pro. Oh, the weed? No. You know, it's funny about the weed. You know, for a long time, my wife was trying to get me to quit. She'd say, you know, for a guy who makes his living off his brain, his mind, it's silly that you're using a substance. It wasn't illegal, but you're using a substance, a recreational drug that it was affecting my short-term memory. I was losing my vocabulary. I just didn't have as much mental clarity. So even though I didn't quit voluntarily, and it's really for vanity reasons that I quit, I'm actually feeling much better mentally, much sharper. I'm just going to say I love your show. You seem like a really chill dude. I am. I try to be chill. Thank you. Thank you for watching, Daniel Marquez, beer lover and bodybuilder. Because when you grow up, you don't drink milk anymore. You drink beer. That's what Arnold said. Samson placing any higher than 4th the O this year? So the top 4 at the Olympia is probably going to be in no particular order. Maybe Hadi Chupin, Derek Lunsford, Samson Dauda, Nick Walker. I think depending on who shows up looking like what, it could go many different ways. But yeah, I don't see him not being in the top 4. I don't see anyone taking him out of the top. He was 3rd last year. Unless he ends up coming in looking crap, you know, spilling over something, I don't see anyone else other than Derek, Hadi, and Walker beating him. I really don't. And, you know, that's no disrespect to the other guys going in. But, you know, based on the track record, who he's been beating for the last year and a half or so, no one else has beaten him since 2022, other than those 4 names we mentioned. Great channel, Road. Thank you. Yes, MD shut down their forum. Their website is gone. They're not posting videos. There really is no MD right now. The company was dissolved in November 14th, a day that will live in infamy. Steve Leckman, the owner, decided to shut down operations. The company is for sale. If somebody buys the brand, buys the company off him, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. I assume they would get, of course, a package deal. They would get maybe the print magazine if they want to keep that going. If they have they would acquire the YouTube channel. They could start posting more videos to that because they do have 334,000 subscribers. You know, that's not a paltry amount of subscribers. And they have their social media. The Facebook page has like 5 million likes or something like that. The Instagram page has a couple 100,000. So I don't know if anyone's, you know, I know there's been a couple offers that have nothing's really fallen through. So no idea what's going on with that. Ian said Rafa was closer to Samson than Samson was to Hadi. Well, that's his opinion. Hey, Rafael looked really good. No, not taking anything away from Rafa, not at all. And I think Rafael is definitely a strong candidate for top 5 of this Olympia this year. The Mutant will win 3 Olympias this year. So he's talking about Nick Walker. I don't know how he's going to win 3, but wow, that'd be amazing. Amazon Fitness Magazine. Right now, writing, in terms of writing, haven't really been doing much writing. I published a book on Amazon, another book of stories called Rough Nights, 7 real, 1 fake. But in terms of magazine writing, no. I work part-time. I do work a little bit for Muscle Tech. I'm under contract with them. If you go to the Muscle Tech YouTube channel, I've done some videos already with Blessing Wodibu, Chef Rush, Joshua Manoy, and I just did one with a wellness competitor from Brazil, now she lives in Europe now, named Juliana Mota. But the writing I was doing for them, they decided it wasn't getting a lot of engagement on their website. People don't like to read as much. I am open to writing for people as long as they want to pay me. So very hard to sell MD as a business. Well, like I said, a couple offers were made that I know of, but Steve did not. They couldn't come to an agreement. So who knows what the future holds. His wife brought him harder at the Prod Pro than every other show he ever did with Milos. Well, I'd have to see some pictures, but I'm going to take your word for that. So, yeah, I mean, I know for a fact that she's good at what she does. She knows his body. I'm not saying she could coach Hadi or Derek or anyone else very well. I don't know, but she's definitely proven that she can peak her husband, Samson Dauda, very well. So for those who are like scoffing at the idea that his wife is going to prep him, they don't realize that she's already done it and she's done a fantastic job. We're going to see players list for the ACUK. So the website, the Arnold UK website, has not been updated for whatever reason. Because I still see Nexzilla on there, Rubiel, and he's not doing it. So the final list will come out most likely Monday afternoon. I'll show you the website. IFBB Pro. This is where you want to go, guys. IFBB Pro. So this website, this is the home. How do I go to home? Yeah. IFBBpro.com every Monday before, typically before the show. Arnold Classic UK. Oh, do they have a list? No. So they'll have banners on the home page. And yeah, right now they don't have a list. When you click on the banner, usually by Monday late afternoon Eastern time, it'll say competitor list and you click on that. But right now it has not been updated. It has not been updated. Yeah, I'm going to stop sharing now because I'm going to go soon. I said the. Oh, the. Did you say the or the? Let me make sure I'm not. Because I have been known to misread when I'm in a rush. Oh well, anyway, it doesn't matter. It was why didn't you buy MD instead of buying a hairline? Well, this cost me $6,000, and buying MD, I heard rumors that he was looking for 7 figures, a minimum of $1 million. Don't know. I'm just that's what I heard. I haven't talked to Steve. I've been actually hearing it secondhand, third hand. So I don't have $1 million at my disposal to buy it. So there's your answer. I could afford new hair. I could not afford what Steve would like. And you know, you can argue that MD is worth whatever. You might think it's worth $5,000. You might think it's worth $5 million. You can have your own opinion about that, but it's Steve's company that he built and owned for many years. He's the one that's going to determine the value as to what he believes it's worth, and he's not going to take anything less than what he feels it's worth. He doesn't, you know, he's financially, he's doing fine. It's not like he really needs to sell MD or the brand. He wants to for someone that'll do good things with it. And I still think the brand has potential. A new owner could come along and really do great things with it, especially, I don't want to say younger, but I think a younger person who's really in touch with social media and YouTube and just the way things are done now, the way business is conducted in 2024, and someone who has a real strong passion. Steve had still does have a tremendous passion for bodybuilding and fitness and all that. I just don't think he was as up with current trends, and I'm not either, believe me. But somebody who is, and somebody who has that passion, they could take that brand and really do great things with it. I'm not a stoner anymore, Jimmy. I haven't smoked pot in 6 weeks now, and I'm all done. I don't smoke anymore. Good to see you. Just joking. Someone's trying to spell something. Yeah, it's obscene anyway. There's nothing on the live stream. That's a good question. I still see nothing on their website about a live stream. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. I mean, I'll show you their website. Arnold Sports. So here we go. So let's present the screen. Let's look at this together, shall we? Share screen, Arnold Sports. Okay, so you go to the arnoldsports.com, which is where we saw the free webcast, free live stream last week. Go to Arnold Sports UK. Okay, there's a link to get tickets. More link to get tickets. Visit, sponsor, exhibit. Tickets. Got drop-down menu here. These are all tickets. Okay, bodybuilding, photo ops, autographs, meet and greet. Expo. It's another drop-down menu. Guests and athletes. More. Nothing about a live stream here. I really find it very hard to believe that they're not going to have a live stream. I believe they will. I don't know why they don't have it determined and available already. You'd think they'd want to try to do some pre-sales on that, but how much do I think it's worth? Because I mean, print magazine, assuming somebody wants to keep doing that. Print magazine, YouTube channel, it's already got 334K subs. Instagram, Facebook, I'd say a minimum of 500,000. That's a minimum, bare minimum. Somewhere between 500,000 and $1 million. And I don't have that kind of cash, so no. It's worth nothing. If it's not worth nothing, like I said, a whole new owner could bring in a whole new team, fresh faces, fresh talent, opinion. Somebody could take that brand and really do something great with it. We did the best we could for the last few years. It was a struggle. It was tough to stay above water financially, but somebody else could come along with a whole new perspective and new skill set and somebody that really understands social media and SEO, all that good stuff. Somebody who's a marketing genius and somebody who had the capital to really invest in it and start putting out really excellent video content, social media content. Somebody could do that, and I don't know who could do that, but I don't think it's beyond the possibility, beyond the realm of possibility. So let's see, Ron from Portugal. Obrigado. Well, Raymond, I would love to have a live watch party if there's a live stream and if it's free. If it's not free, I can't do it the same way that we did the Arnold. The Arnold, I did it with the stream on screen the whole time because it was free and I wasn't taking away any of their revenue. But if it's a pay-per-view situation for this live stream, they could strike me for a copyright and they'd have every right to do so, because if they're trying to charge 20, 30, 60, 80, if they're trying to charge money for a live stream and I'm showing it live for free on my channel, yeah, that's not good. And they'd have every right to throw a copyright strike against me, get the video taken down. What we'll definitely do for sure, regardless, if that's not the case, if they don't have a free live stream and we can't do a watch party, we will do wrap-ups after judging and finals. And Giles Tiger Thomas is going to be front and center. He's going to be in the press section, watching the show, covering the show. So we'll get his perspective as someone who was physically there watching the show. But as far as watch party, I would need a free web stream, a free live stream situation for that. And right now, I don't know. There's no indication. There's nothing on that Arnold Sports site that says one way or another. On stage, in person, who's impressed you the most? I always go with two guys, Flex Wheeler and Ronnie Coleman at their best. Both of them were just unbelievable. Like you couldn't believe a human being could look that good. I think Good Vito is going to make a big splash here in South America. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him. I think the kid, I call him a kid because he's like, 27, 28 years old. I think he's got a tremendous physique. I'm really looking forward to him. I don't know what Dennis's situation is financially. I'm sure he's okay, but he's not. Jay Cutler has a lot more money than Dennis James. Jay Cutler is doing very well. He's been investing in real estate for years and years. Yeah, he could do that. Does he want to? I don't know. Giles, the live stream for us. No. I mean, they're very strict now, as they should be. No live streaming at events. They see you up there holding your camera up, or your phone, I should say, and they walk behind you and see the red light, which means it's live streaming. I've seen at the Olympia and the Arnold people kicked out, tossed out of the show for that, because they announce, Chickarella will announce every 10 minutes. Remember, there's no live streaming. You still see people doing it. They know they're not supposed to do it, but they're like, I'm going to take my chances. And sometimes they'll give them a warning. Say, we catch you doing again, you're out. But sometimes they were just, I was at one Olympia, I think 2 or 3 years ago, where they were just tossing people out left and right. Google says she has a $30 million net worth. That's a lot of money. Yeah. That might even be a very low figure because, like I said, real estate. He started investing in real estate, buying properties over 20 years ago, and he's never stopped. So net worth is all that. I wouldn't be surprised if it was more than that. By noticing the ab separation, He does have a little bit of that going on. The diastosis recti. Yeah, a little bit, but I think, his abs could be better. His abs could be clearer, more clearly defined. Right now, they're kind of blurry and washed out looking. It's on the Triple O Dynasty. Is there a live stream? Prize money. What's a Triple O Dynasty? What is that? I don't know what that is. Is that a contest? I have no idea what you're talking about. Two minds whether to go to the Arnold UK run. I'm not sure if I could sit through the guys that come out with funny long shorts on the fitness. Yeah, not everybody likes every division. There's been a big backlash since Arnold announced that the prize money was going to go up significantly next year to $500,000 for men's open, and a lot of the women competitors in divisions that aren't there anymore, especially women's physique, women's bodybuilding. Sarah Villegas made a post today. Iris Kyle made a post today. They're very upset that he's upping the prize money for open men while at the same time still neglecting to have the women's muscle divisions and 212. So there's no figure at the Arnold. There's no women's physique. There's no women's bodybuilding. There's no men's 212. It's Arnold's show. He can do what he wants. He's basically looking at the divisions that bring in the most money, which men's open by far. Most people go to the Arnold Classic to see the men's open. I'm not saying these other divisions don't have a right, this and that, but as a businessman, if you're running a show, if you're a promoter, you're all about making money. It's not about, well, this division doesn't make me any money and no one cares. No, I'm not getting that many people that specifically buy tickets to see that, but I should have it just because they want to have it. I get that argument from the competitors and everything, but yeah, that's a Triple O Dynasty. Joe Ryan's company was going through a trial for years now. No, I did not know that. Is it a bad decision to remove 212? I'm a fan of the 212 division. Jose Raymond is one of my good friends, best friends in the industry, of course. And he was one of the pioneers and greatest 212 champions for the first, 10, 12 years that division existed. He helped build that division along with guys like Flex Lewis, Kevin English, David Henry, Eduardo Correa, Guy Sister Nino, the real OGs. And yeah, I'm bummed to see it gone, but the Arnold people, they're very astute businessmen. They know what they're doing. They do their research to see what's making money. What are people going to buy tickets for? They do surveys. They look into this. They're not just getting rid of divisions because they don't like them or they have something against any particular division. They're looking at it from a pure business perspective. Olympia is different. They don't have that choice. They have to include every division. That's the Olympia. You can't have the top competition in the IFBB Pro League and not have every division. They have to. They're bound to it. They have a duty and they have no choice. Andrea Shaw, Whitney Jones, Sid Gillen show in Arizona. I wasn't even aware of that show. I'm sorry. I had no idea. What was your question about it? I don't know. Your Amazon Fitness magazine, you would know more about it than I would. I don't follow it as closely as I should. Yeah, I don't know if there's a live stream. There probably will be. Oh, Ronnie could win $50 million. Good. Love David Henry. Yeah, David Henry was great. Triple O Dynasty, 6 April. Well, look into it, guys, if you want to see it. I'm going to take off. I've talked too long. This is really just supposed to be about Samson Dauda. So to recap again, for those just joining us, if anyone's just joining us, Samson Dauda has announced that, at least for the Arnold UK, which is only 6 days away at this point, his wife Marlena will peak him for the show. She has coached him and peaked him in the past. She was his first coach. She's the one that took him from, wasn't even bodybuilding, athletic-looking guy, to pro card at the British Championships, which was very difficult to do. They don't give out a lot of pro cards in the UK. And she peaked him last fall for the Prague and Romania shows, which were after the Olympia, which a lot of people felt he looked better there than he did at the Olympia. So she's very much capable, very much competent. She'll do a great job. And I know he was sick. He's getting over it. He's feeling better. I'm hoping for him, got my fingers crossed that he can pull together some better condition they did at the Arnold, Ohio. We'd all love to see that. But the guy's a trooper, so we'll see what happens, guys. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate it very much. Got some other great content on this channel. Please check it out. Please subscribe, like, share, do all that good stuff. That's how we make this channel grow, and I can't do it without you. So have a great weekend, guys. Peace.